Don't ask no generic shit, please. I'm in a good mood. I want to have fun.
Oh, yeah. Nah, I got you. What song are you playing to save the human race?
Oh.
What's going on? This is Ben from Real Ones with
King of Love Songs, PinkSweats.
King of Love Songs. So love music you were talking about. Yeah, that's fire. So it's an acoustic set, you know. Why acoustic this time around for the tour?
2 reasons. 1, because I'm flexing hard as hell. People just got, I feel like with the evolving times concerning like AI technology, this acoustic tour is like my stance to just like show real raw vocals. Like I ain't have no auto-tune on my microphone, which a lot of people do that, and there's no diss. But I strategically did not do it because I want people when they come to my show to be unplugged. You're gonna hear those small imperfections. That's the beauty of music, you know what I'm saying? So I want people to feel that in light of all that's changing really quickly. Like AI is moving so fast. And then on the second end, I was being cheap. It's cheaper. I
didn't know if you were gonna say that, but that is true. Yeah.
You gotta be economical, dude, because I'm an independent artist, and every little aspect of my life and career, I have to front the money. So there's no person in the back being like, yo, here, PinkSweats. It's like I'm taking all my money and reinvesting it into what I'm doing. And shout out to my band, they in there. It's really cool to just employ like dope musicians.
Yeah, that's hard. So you were at Atlantic for a little while, or maybe you still are.
Yeah. No, I was. I'm not.
You were. Oh, okay. So this is stepping into a new era. You know, how is that? How's that been different so far?
I mean, I've always been moving like an independent artist, even though I was signed. But I started as an indie artist, got signed, and I just realized it wasn't for me. It's not a diss. I just think for me, I'm a real artist, and I feel like when you're a real artist, that means you have your own vision for who you want to be. And I already got rich, so it's like, all right, well, now I don't need more money from y'all. Now I can think ultra clear.
Sometimes it's like a too many cooks spoil the broth type of thing. You know, you get too many hands in the mix. All of a sudden, it's like, is this even, the way I wanted this to go?
Imagine you in the kitchen making some food. All right, you cleaned your hands and you prepping the food, and then 20 other people just come in doing the same. It's just a lot happening, bro. It's too much.
Yeah. For the live show itself, we were talking about somebody proposed tonight. Shout out Rachel. Got proposed to.
Shout out to Rachel.
Shout out Rachel, man. But I mean, just how does that feel for somebody to like basically express like the biggest form of love you possibly could at your show, man?
Bro, it's special, dude. Like, my dad, he hit me up right after I got married. And during my wedding, we played one of my songs, 17. And my dad and my stepmom, that's like who I was pretty much raised with my whole life. They never danced before. The first time they danced was at my wedding to my song. So
oh my goodness.
I just love. So like when I see people putting themselves out there, whoever that person was, they put themselves on the line, because Shorty could have said no. That's vulnerable.
Done at sporting events, it's like you got 20,000 people in there. There's like a 750 cap venue, right? So it's like people are gonna know exactly, like there's nowhere to hide.
You cannot hide. So that was dope, and that really touches my heart when I see people falling in love or making a commitment to love each other. I think that's super dope.
So your parents dancing at the wedding, were they good? If they had it together before.
It's their first time. You know what I'm saying? They was new to the rodeo for sure.
That's still very sweet.
Yeah, for sure.
So growing up, I've seen, a couple interviews you talk about, like, you couldn't listen to secular music, right? I'm wondering, like, how you tried to get around that. I'm sure you're going to school, hearing stuff on people's shit, like, I'm sure it wasn't completely like you had no access to anything that wasn't religious music. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I'm like every other kid. Like, I just wanted to be a follower. And when I got home, it was just reinforced that in my house, we don't follow. So it's like I stepped outside, and it's like, yo, I see my friends doing X, Y, and Z. But, like, my pops was like, nah, we don't do that. I don't care if it is cool. We don't follow mindlessly, just doing what people are doing. For me, being, a young kid growing up in the hood, I feel like I didn't realize at the time, but none of my friends had a dad. Like, I don't know, only one of my friends had a dad. Like, that my parents would see them at the parent-teacher conference. Yeah. And, like, even my teachers, they would, like, when I started being, like, a bad kid, like, I'd be in, like, 6th grade, I started skipping school. And, like, just being a dummy, like just acting stupid. My teachers literally would be like, you're not like the other kids and we don't want to big your head up, but like on parent-teacher night, you got 2 parents coming here and they're concerned about you and they'll say like, yo, such and such, you don't know what he's dealing with at home. You don't know why he's acting out. We know why you acting out. You just trying to fit in because that's what everybody's doing. So they kind of just pull my coattail, and I feel like you need like a community of people to like really hold you accountable. And for me, I was just super blessed. I had that. You know,
it's not 1 but 2 people looking out for you in that way, right?
It's a village.
It takes a village to raise a kid, man. I don't think it's something that I feel comfortable doing.
I'm scared. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm shook. That's why I ain't got one yet.
Yeah, you know, all in due time is what they say. Apparently, I'll turn 30 and things will be different.
You know, they say our generation, we the most afraid to have kids.
It's the climate. It's like I don't know what the world is gonna look like at the end of 20.
But did we ever know? I think it's just weird. We got too much information.
We do have a lot of information.
My parents was broke, bruh.
Yeah.
They had too many kids. We never missed a meal.
Right.
We always had clothes. I got way more money than my parents had, and I'm still think about that. So I'll be like, dang, is it too much information that makes me afraid? I don't know. What you think?
I feel like I'm just inundated with a lot of shit, you know? It's like, but like, cause too much information, it manifests in a lot of different ways, you know? For me, I'm working in music, and sometimes I feel like experiences like an acoustic tour, right, is something where it reminds you of what you're there for, right? It's like blocking out the distractions and like making the time to actually listen to shit. That becomes even more rare. We're living in the information age, you know? The things we know about certain celebrities, right? It's like there's so much personal life of these people out there.
Oh my God, like, bro, too much.
Why did I ever need to know this? You know? It's kind of made me like not idolize people, I think. You know, because
people are not meant to be idolized.
Right.
I think that's why I'm not as famous, because I don't want to be famous. I just want people to love my music. I like walking around, people don't know who I am. I think more artists need to take the back seat for their own personal mental health.
Right.
Because it's like you beg the universe to become a god on earth, and then when you become a god, you complain.
Yeah.
Because what do we do with God? I don't know if you're religious, but you pray when you need some shit.
Right.
And then when shit's going well, fuck them. That's how a lot of people treat God.
Yeah.
And if you look at the correlation,
at a time of need, right?
Yeah, you look at the correlation between how people treat God. It's the same as how we treat stars and celebrities. Like whenever it's favorable, we love you. When it's not, fuck you. They want to crucify you.
It's people in your life too. Maybe folks that you've known from like way back in the day, right? Like probably start to treat you different in a certain way, and you know, gauging intentions is something that's really important too.
Yeah, but I just be acting broke.
Yeah, they don't need to know.
Honestly, I ain't got no money for real. Let me stop playing. I talking all that rich stuff. I ain't got no money.
Listen, no comment. No comment. All right. You know, looking back at Philly, I know you've moved around since, but are there any Philly artists that you kind of got your eye on? You're like, this artist is next up.
No. I ain't gonna lie to you, nah. But I love Jasmine Sullivan. She's
Jasmine Sullivan is fire.
She not on the rise, but she's just always fire. And
she's
I feel like I'm very inspired by her vocally. There's a lot of rappers, young rappers coming up in Philly, but I don't really listen to rap like that. It's hard for singers to cut through the noise right now in Philly because we got a lot of good singers in Philly.
Right. Like who?
It's a guy named Julian King. He's out of Philly. I think I just seen his name on the Roots picnic.
Hard, yeah.
I'm just shouting him out just because I just seen his name on there and I know him from back in the day.
Of course, like PinkSweats, right? You kind of like got the sweatpants from Cameron. That's who you know kind of looked to.
Who told you that?
Who told me that?
You
out there in the media.
I ain't get that from him.
Nah.
I paid homage because I saw him do it, but
he wore the pink sweats.
I really was just broke as hell.
Yeah. Had the same pair of sweatpants.
I just had on the same. It was nothing to do with Cameron. I literally like when I say I was.
You might want to check out Wikipedia then.
I was broke. Like I'm talking about, if we sitting down right here, if I was to stand up, it's sweatpants particles. Like I would walk around my homie's apartment, and he'd be like, "Yo, what the fuck?" And it's like all these crumbs of sweatpants. Like I only had one pair of pants, and it wasn't intentional. It was just a coincidence. You know what? I don't say coincidence. I don't believe in that. It was God ordained, I say. But yeah, that was a crazy time of my life.
That was only the first part of the question. I was thinking, but nah, you're good. Got to get the context out there. When you think about just like the color pink being very representative of who you are. Like, it of course invites like the low-hanging fruit shit of like, oh man, that's a feminine color, you know?
Yeah.
How do you respond to that? And did that ever like actually bother you? Because at this point, I'm sure you're like, fuck all that, but I don't know.
Nah, it never bothered me because I understand programming. And I know that like some things are just not that deep. Like, it's no such thing as a girl color, a boy color. There's just colors. The notion for men, a lot of the times with us, we walk around the earth and we really feel unseen. So we act like we feel unseen. We don't dress in a way where people will pay attention to us because we want to just keep coasting and keep coasting. For me, pink represented a breakthrough, like for my mind. We only got a short period of time on this planet. Even if you was to live 100 years, that's not a lot of time when you're really having a good ass time
Grand
too.
scheme of things too.
Yeah, like think about it. When you having fun, that time go like this.
Right.
When you miserable, it seems like you can't wait to die. Listen, I'm here. And like this pink color that I wear, that's my way of leaving my mark in a bright way. It's like the sun. Everywhere I go, anywhere in the world, people just go like this. Because they want to know, who is this dude with all this pink on?
Yeah.
And that's immediate. It don't matter what country I go to.
Yeah,
everywhere,
yeah.
Because I'm interrupting the matrix of their life. It's like a glitch. It's like, oh, wait.
Yeah,
that
right.
actually looks kind of cool.
Individuality, too.
Yeah.
You know, just having the courage to subvert expectations. Like, you said all over the world. You just did a show in India.
I did. It was sick. Man, India, shout out to India, Mumbai. Honestly, dude, the people in India, the spirit there is just so full and like you can just feel the joy. Like, man, I was walking around and like I went to like a little temple and I could see all the kids, they were playing, and then I guess maybe somebody told them like, oh, PinkSweats is over there, and you just see all the kids with all the most respect. None of them came into the temple. They stayed on the outside of the temple, and you could see them all peeking in. And I was nervous because I'm like, wait, like, are they going to just run in here and, like, disrespect the temple?
Right.
Dude, they stayed patiently waiting out there. I came outside. The kids were actually playing outside, which is so random and weird when you live in the U.S. You never see kids just outside.
Yeah.
So I was like, yo, like, you just see the joy and the happiness, and a lot of people there, they're living on so little, but they still smile. They still party. They still have a good time. And it refreshes me anytime I travel to see, like, true happiness. Like, America, we don't really know what that is. All our happiness is tied to possessions and to things. Like, they're really just happy. It's like, yo, they trying to do their best to make, you know, whatever life they have fulfilling. And that's wonderful to me. Like, I love that.
What do you think is the reason for that difference in mindset?
It's just capitalism. Like, it's, you know, it comes with the pros and cons. Like, the pros is, you know, you can go from 0 to 100, you know, but the con is also that sometimes you feel like the only way to live is at 100. And it's like, it's so many numbers in there where you can be content and happy. And I feel like we rob a lot of our peers of that experience of just being joyful. If I gave you $20 and that's all you had to live off of for the next 2 weeks, naturally in America you would just be like, I only have $20.
Right.
But there's places in the world where they'd be like, what? I have $20. It's just perspective. Perspective. And I think America, we just get caught up in a lot of materialism. Really, we just get lost in the sauce, if that even is a term anymore. But like, it's hard, bro. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like, sometimes I have extreme empathy for people who they don't know how to be happy. It's like nobody they know is happy. Their grandma not happy. Their mom not happy. Their dad's not happy. It's like, how do you find that? My heart goes out to those people because there's been periods in my life where I just felt so lost. I feel like I'm letting everybody down. Like, I'm chasing this little dream, and it feels like I'm about to be a burden to my family. So I can understand so many people walk because I've been there. You know what I'm saying? And I think right now in America, it's an important time for artists to start being relatable. With AI and all that stuff, I keep going back to that because we just in that time. Like, it's all around us. We have to become relatable because we're going to be the beacons of hope. All the star stuff, that don't help nobody. Like, that just helps the artists. We got to become beacons of hope for people to be like, they can like, yo, I helped them do this. I supported this person. Why can't I go do the same thing? Why can't I gather support for my company or this fruit stand that I want to start, or this video situation? It's always a way, especially if you live in America. It's always a way. You can always figure it out.
You focused a lot on being very inspirational, you know, especially with the song about how you know, being loved at your lowest, right?
Yeah.
You know, you want to make sure that everyone's leaving here with like a feeling, you know, that it's just going to be okay, right?
Yeah, man, fuck it. Listen, life is good.
Yeah.
Even when it's not, because you're still breathing. Somebody out there right now is on a ventilator, and their only thing that's working is their mind, and all they thinking is, I wish I could breathe on my own. For us, it's important to look within and be grateful and be content, be happy. It's so hard to do because everything around you is telling you not to be happy.
Yeah.
All the commercials, all of the music, everybody's telling you like you ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? My job that I've accepted is to make the world smile. I don't need you to love me. I don't care about me like that. I do what I do because it's fun. I feel called to do it, but I'm not trying to be the star. I want the music to be a star because once I become a star, then I'm in trouble because I'm always going to say the wrong thing.
Interesting.
I'm always going to say the wrong thing because if I tell you to smile and everybody's telling you to be sad, I'm already wrong. It starts simple.
Relative.
It's simple.
In relativity, right?
That's how it works. So for me, I'm here to make you smile. I'm here to tell you, bro, it's going to be cool, man. I don't know what the hell you're dealing with in your real life. I'm sure some shit going on. It's going to be good. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like it's not every artist's job, but it's my job. And I want to inspire people. Nobody believed in me for real. You know what I'm saying? But I believed in me. God believed in me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I want people to feel that. Anybody I meet, I want them to know, yo, you going to be all right.
This is very refreshing. You know, we do a lot of interviews and, you know, go to a lot of different shows.
Yeah.
You can tell when somebody is really genuinely speaking what they're truly feeling and, you know, just are very grounded in principle.
Yeah.
You know like what their purpose even on the earth is. I get a lot of that reflected from you right now. I want to talk a little bit about like earlier in your career, you know, you used to write songs for others, you know. So you've been in a lot of studios, right? What are some studio ground rules, you know, things people should know while they're in the studio? Like, oh, don't do this, do this. Some etiquette, maybe.
Ah, man, that's bringing me back. I feel like the rules are different. It always matters on the artist you're working with. But a blanket rule, never outshine the person you're working with. I had to learn that myself because some things just come natural to me. And I didn't realize that it didn't come natural to other people. So I'm coming in, I'm excited. I'm all about the artist. I want to work with them, but to them it looks like you trying to take my spot.
Yeah.
Because like, who's this talented motherfucker? Why is he coming here writing songs so easy? Get his ass out of here.
Yeah.
So for me, I had to start just making it look harder than it was. A label told me one time, I was pitching songs, and it's like, yo, this motherfucker just sound too good. Like, how I'm going to pitch this to my artists, they going to be intimidated. You just never want to outshine the person that you're working for. I think that's in any field. You want to do just enough and have your tool bag ready when the opportunity comes, but you don't want to make them feel like they got to get you out of there.
The crazy thing is, like, that's so much more about them than it is about anything
Yeah,
y'all are doing, but
you got
it's still
artists
like a
are super emotional.
Oh, yeah.
Like, choof, very emotional. Like, you say one wrong thing, they like, yo, get this motherfucker out of here.
You never know what's going to set people off. Even just like how the entertainment industry is portrayed. It's like, you bring the wrong latte in, you're gone, you know?
Bro, people
That's some of the
get
higher level
really
shit.
Crazy. But I'll tell, look, since I want to stay on that, I'll say one of the best artists I worked with was Wiz Khalifa.
Okay.
And I went to LA with one of my buddies who was really cool with Wiz, my boy Kenny. And Wiz let me rock out for like the whole month. And I was just in there and I watched him and like his team and how they maneuvered. he just show everybody love.
Yeah.
Like, he ain't even really know me like that. He's like, yo, you hungry, bro? We finna go to the joint. I'm like, I ain't got no money. Like, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
And then I guess he was just like, yo, tell him he's straight. He told my boy.
Right.
Like, so I'm like, all right. But I'm still thinking, like, this is a
like,
nice restaurant. I
yeah.
hope he don't change his mind.
Uh-huh.
But shout out Wiz Khalifa, man. He's super solid. Like, he's one of those artists that, like, the people around him, he really, like, take care of people.
It's good to hear that that's present somewhere.
Yeah,
you know?
for sure.
Okay. I'm going to introduce a hypothetical here, right?
All right, let's do it.
Aliens come down to Earth.
Ooh.
And they find you, right? They're like, you got to play us one song. If we like it, you know, we're cool. We can hang. If we don't, we're wiping out the entire world. What song are you playing to save the human race?
If I'm saving the human race, that means they think that humans are not worth saving. So I would have to convince them that we are. You know what? That's difficult. It would have to be something Stevie Wonder. I feel like Stevie Wonder's the GOAT. I don't know exactly
See,
what
I was
song.
thinking of a PinkSweats song. What PinkSweats song would you play?
Nah, because I think Stevie's the original GOAT.
He would. You know what I'm playing?
I would be too nervous to play my shit. But you know what? I sing that shit, though.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
I call my mom up, be like, yo, give me the vocal warm-ups right quick. The aliens is here. I'm like, she said, baby, I'm afraid of falling down. And the aliens, they probably be like, well, however they talk to each other.
Yeah, no, right. Like,
they be like, all right, we'll let these niggas live. Like, it's cool.
So some Stevie Wonder, you might cover it.
Yeah, I love Stevie Wonder, man. He's one of the best. He's one of the artists that make me be quiet. Like, when his song's on, I really can just listen. I don't feel like I need to sing along with him.
Do you think he's really blind?
I don't know. I never met him face to face. I don't know if people be just making up stories, but
people love to talk.
There's so many stories out there. I'm like, yo, what if he could
age, bro.
see?
There's more misinformation than ever. That's really what it is.
But you know what the more effed up part is?
What?
If he really can't see, and then everybody's speculating that he can see just because he's doing well.
Right.
Like, just because he's aware of his surroundings. It's like, that's kind of messed up to him.
Of
he probably
course
like,
it is.
Man, F y'all. I really can't see. Just because I caught the microphone, that don't mean nothing.
Right.
They did Stevie dirty, man.
I know, it's fucked.
How y'all know he can't see? Why y'all do him like that?
I'm a believer.
Yo, I love Stevie Wonder.
Yeah.
People keep on.
See, now I might get on you for outshining me on the show, you know? I see.
Never outshine the person you're working with.
I think Stevie Wonder got the most songs with the word love in it.
Really?
Like, if you really look at his catalog, probably ChatGPT to answer. His whole catalog is love songs, like 90%.
Stayed on brand.
Yep.
Would you say that's the same with you?
Yeah, he's like one of my inspirations, like, for real. In this business, people make you feel like being a good person is bad for business. It's like, especially when you're black. I like to reveal this to people just so that gives them the opportunity to engage with life differently. If you look at the last 5 years in American music, tell me an artist that made a song about love at a top tier. Give me one.
A song about love?
Yeah, it has to be top tier because that's what the whole world sees. It can't
has
be
to be top, like on the Billboard charts.
Billboard charts, top 10. I already know who it is.
Yeah? Okay.
It's Adele.
It's
Adele's amazing.
Yeah, okay. Because I'm like, I feel like SZA's probably made something that's like, nah, you don't think so?
SZA makes like,
it's too toxic?
Toxic music. She's a vibe though.
I do want to ask
but she doesn't make like pure love songs.
Okay.
But,
Kiss Me More.
Who is it?
Doja Cat.
She's mixed. Mixed. See, you leaning into it. I'm slow walking.
Oh, you're saying she doesn't need to be. You're saying it's a black person.
I'm saying a black person.
Yeah, okay.
So you have to understand the music and the entertainment industry programs all of us. So when you see a black person singing a love song, you might have the wherewithal to say, oh, this is a good song. But the world globally sees white as right. If I ask you to tell me a hip-hop song talking about killing somebody, you already know those people. That's why I'm here to break the matrix.
Yeah.
Because I already know what's happening. And I don't think art should be policed and that people should stop doing whatever they're doing. But I do think as a conscious person, it's my responsibility to show people something different. Because where I'm from, I'm not supposed to be doing this. Nobody would think like, oh, this dude's gonna be singing love songs. Like, that's corny where I'm from. Nobody's like, oh, you a lovey-dovey dude? Like, you supposed to be a player type vibe.
There's some people that'll always resent that.
Yeah, for sure. But I think we have to showcase blackness in a realistic light. For so long, it's been this like GTA vibe for like black human beings. It's like, oh, we have real lives, and you pay for the image of your group. And the reason I like to share this with people is because sometimes we blindly do things and we don't realize how it's affecting everybody in a historic way. And it's not to make you uncomfortable anyway. What's your ethnicity? You're white.
Plain white.
Okay, yeah, big love, big love, big love. I'm just saying love before I say what I'm about to say.
No, do your thing.
So historically, white people have committed the most heinous crimes towards humanity, not just the black people, towards everybody. They've gone across the world, spread their image and likeness, and everybody's like, white is right. Why don't white people naturally have a fear of each other? Why don't the world fear white people in a way to stay away from them? Because so much pain has been done. But me, and all pink, I can make somebody uncomfortable. But crazy. My people are only really known for hurting each other. We're not known for massacres and shooting up schools and things of that nature. That's not our identity. That shows you how powerful marketing is. We should be afraid of white people based on just that. And I'm not saying like in a reality sense, but I'm saying in a logic sense, when people will be afraid of me, and I consider myself a very kind person. Yeah. But I've been in places where people treat me like I'm about to steal from them or something. And I'm like, yo, this is crazy. And they'll ask me, am I a rapper? Because they don't even see black people as singers no more. We started all of this, but we got to a point where now I can go to an airport and I'll get grilled about being a rapper. It's like, why are you coming to the country? It's like, oh, I have a show. What kind of show? A rap show? It's like, no, I'm a singer. A singer? What kind of singer? It's like, a singer. They will grill me because they trying to force me to say I'm a rapper because they don't know anything else about black culture except rap. And I'm like, yo, that's crazy to me. You never heard of Stevie Wonder? You think just nobody sings no more? We just all rap?
No Name said, I sell pain for profit. Like,
that's a crazy bar.
That's a big lyric.
I like that. I should, on paper, be way bigger. There's no competition. I got billions and billions of streams across the world, not just on Spotify, not just on Apple.
So you still feel like you're slept on in a sense?
No, it's not about slept on because I'm not doing it about me. It's about the music.
The music itself.
So if I can't do it, the young me, who does he look up to? When you're black in the hood, you almost have to be whatever the cookie cutter image is for you because you won't fit in. That's not a black thing. Fitting in is a human thing. Most people don't want to stand out too much because that's scary. Yeah. So you create an environment of popularizing violence, abusing women, and drugs and alcohol. What do kids look up to? And I'm speaking from me. I grew up with two parents and all these things, and I still almost fell into that trap. Me making these love songs, I'm showing the world, hey, listen, most black people are not out here trying to rob and jug, and most people just trying to get by. Yeah. But we don't have songs that represent us in that large scale anymore. You got people like John Legend, shout out to John Legend. Yeah. But that's like one or two people to represent the reality of a whole group versus GTA version of a group. We just allow that to be the one image that everybody just accepts. Shout out to Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift, I love Taylor Swift. When I was a kid, I was singing her songs. But I would never sing that out in public, you know what I'm saying, where I'm living, because they're like, yo, this dude's gay. Like, why are you singing this soft music? And her whole branding, check this out, and I'm gonna challenge you and the rest of anybody's watching this. Please. Name me a black person whose brand is being normal. Their brand is, hey, I'm just like you.
So what is normal then? Yeah.
No, hear me. Taylor Swift is amazing. Her brand is, I'm just like you. I'm an everyday American girl. Name me a black person who's made any large amount of success, who their brand is, I'm just like you. There is none. I'm just helping you. No, I know you're about to think about it real hard. There is none. Because in America, black people have to be a god, a goddess, to get the same level of love as a Taylor Swift. And I'm saying that very specifically because I love Taylor Swift. It's interesting that there is no black equal to that. People say, oh, Beyonce. Y'all wouldn't like Beyonce if she was just like you. She has to be Beyonce for you to love her.
What standards are set? Right.
The standard. Yeah. I don't know if you've seen the Beyonce show and the Taylor Swift show. A lot of things that Taylor Swift does, people feel like they could do it outside of writing a hit record. But like, you can't do what Beyonce's doing. She's pregnant on stage. She's dancing. She's sick. Like, that's
even thinking about nuts. Lizzo playing the flute, you know, and then going and rapping all this time. Right. Come on. Like feats of, you know.
It's starting to reveal itself to you now.
Sure.
We have a history in America of overlooking the racism that's in our face. And I don't live my life through a racism lens. I think I can do whatever I want to do. I think I can put my mind to anything. Simultaneously, I do know that it's there because I've experienced it. If I never experienced it, I would never speak on it. And I've never experienced more racism than when I became an artist singing about love. When you're singing about love, you're not going to get all the love sometimes. Even if you're the only one. I'm one. There's nobody my age range talking like how I'm talking and saying like, yo, I'm committed to love songs. Why isn't my music the biggest songs? Because they have a lot of streams. Why aren't brands calling to align themselves with the only black guy talking about love songs? And I'm not saying like that anybody's not doing it. I'm saying I've made my career, my life commitment to doing that thing. And there's people that made their life commitment to be street. A corporation will align themselves with that. They'll say, you know what? Yeah, such and such, he's a hitter. He's a real one. Let's align with that. But the one black dude who's committed to love, we're the corporations. I've done a lot of huge brand deals, and almost none of them were American. We the people, we control what happens. So if you don't see a problem, then the corporation don't see a problem. They just see dollars and cents. They don't really care about us like that. It's like Michael Jackson said, they don't really care about us. It's not his biggest song, but super powerful in that we all are the same, bro. This skin tone is just genetics. But inside, we're the same. So why do we treat each other differently? Not you and me, but you know what I mean. Like, why do we do that? Is because there's a system above us that's working against us. That wants to keep us divided. It wants us to say, oh, black people do this. They rob and steal. They don't have love. Because once you say that about a people, you can do whatever you want and the world will justify it.
Look at
well, they do kill each other all the time.
Yeah.
Okay, so white people shoot up schools. I'm going to keep speaking on it, and I'm going to keep calling out the brands. Y'all going to align yourselves with people who look like me, who talk about murder, then start aligning yourselves with white kids that's talking about shooting up schools. Even the playing field, if that's what it's going to be. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm just saying it's very interesting. If you're a thinking person, it's just interesting. And that's where I leave it. It's just interesting.
This has been incredibly insightful, spoken on a lot.
Bro, thank you.
This is a lot to digest.
Y'all platforms.
For real, absolutely.
Spread love. And I love seeing y'all team and like how diverse it is, and like this is what the future looks like. People working together, you know what I'm saying?
We hope so.
It's not so divided. Y'all keep doing what y'all doing because y'all gonna be changing a lot of people's lives, even though they might not even be aware of what they seeing. But when you see unity, it does something to your heart. Yeah. Y'all keep it up, man. And thank y'all for having me too.
Absolutely. Our last question, for real. Who is the real one in your life?
My wife. She a real one, for sure.
Anything else you'd like to? That's not funny in itself. It's just that's a very short answer.
Nah, for real, my wife, because you know when you achieve success, a lot of people when they hating, cause it seemed like your life too good to be true, and it is. My life is too good to be true. I ain't gonna lie to you.
They want to knock you off your square.
I'm so happy, but she gets a lot of flack because people like, oh, she's only with him for the money, and it's like, I don't know how much money y'all think I have. I'm good, but like she's a gorgeous, beautiful woman. And money can't make you be with a person like me. Like, and I'm not saying it in a negative way. I'm a person, I'm really after something. And like when you're after something, man, that comes with so much sacrifice that money can't fill. When it's time for your husband to hit the road and you gotta be like, yo, I have to go with him because I know he needs me by his side. Or when you're sick and your body's not working how it's supposed to work and your health is just thrown off, and she's there nurturing me back, and like that's things people don't see. So that's why I say she the real one, for real. Man,
that's a beautiful answer.
Yeah, for sure.
You've overcome a lot, man. To be where you are right now. Had bouts of homelessness, you know, overcame the situation with your esophagus, I think. Yep. It's great to see you be great.
Thank you, man.
It seems like you very much are aware of what you have and try to pay it forward in a lot of ways.
Yeah,
and
man.
Whether that's like to the people on your team or to the people in the audience.
Yep,
you know,
sure.
So keep doing what you're doing, man.
Thank you, bro.
A real one right here.
Let's go.
PinkSweats.
Love you guys.
This has been Ben Moskow, and yeah, we're here on Real Ones. You know, catch us for some more episodes maybe sometime down the line. Thank you.